Well, welcome to this latest midweek musing, and it's the fifth in the series of why I believe Christianity is so compelling. And it's because Christianity gives you a sense of belonging, a community of people to belong to. You know, one of the most difficult aspects of this pandemic has been the enforced self-isolation that many people have had to endure. A few weeks ago, Louise and I visited our first grandchild, and we weren't able to hold him or even touch him, and it was really hard. And I know for many people in our church community, one of the most difficult aspects of this time has been that loss of community, not being able to hug one another, not being able to laugh with other people. You know, us humans are social beings. You know, being in a community, belonging to a group of people, I think is necessary for our well-being. It's how God has designed us, I believe. And I know some of us are introverts, and so we find social interaction a bit more awkward, a bit more difficult. But you know, no matter what sort of person you are, I think we all need to belong. We all need that sense of belonging to enable us to function well. You know, when we become Christians, we are adopted into God's family, and God becomes our Father, and other Christians automatically become our brothers and sisters. And if the church community is functioning well, there should be a level of trust, a level of love and commitment that goes beyond what is normally experienced in the world. And like all families, there may be disagreements, even squabbles, but the fact remains we're still family. And actually, you know, I think the Lord brings certain people in our path to help us grow in Him. So, you know, if I'm someone who by nature isn't a patient person, the Lord will bring someone across my path who will test my patience. Or if I'm someone who struggles with pride, He'll allow someone to come into my life, and just because of who they are, they will highlight my pride. You know, my pride will be shown more clearly around them. And actually, if the issue is pride, I think that someone else is probably someone who also struggles with pride, because with pride comes competitiveness. You know, in this community of belonging, I actually think we need each other to grow into all that God has for us. You know, we can't actually grow into maturity without other people being involved in our life. I just think that's how God has designed it to be. You know, I'm always encouraged when I read how Jesus told His disciples that they must forgive one another. You know, He wouldn't have said that unless He knew that there would be things to forgive. And I think it's just a real pity when I hear of people leaving a church community because, well, you know, the people weren't friendly enough, or they didn't care about me, or they were too joyful, or they're too miserable, or, you know, that someone's just said something hurtful to me, or whatever it is. And look, of course it's okay to leave a church community sometimes, but often I do wonder whether the Lord is simply using someone else to shine a light on a person's life, to give them an opportunity to grow in Him. And that opportunity is missed because they run away. A Christian community working well should have many joys and many difficulties, but it should be, I believe, the most life-giving place to belong to. Amen.